Hello, Farlanders. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. That's right, Farlands or Bust for April 3rd, 2025. Let's escape the hidey hole. Got some pigs over there. We definitely need them. Let's secure the hidey hole. Some of that. Grab that dog and get these pigs. Whoa, which just happened to be... Hey, come over here. To the west, which also is the way we're going. And Wolfie will never be able to get them. Alright. You dingus. There. Is that better? Oh, I have too much dirt. Alright, he lives there now. Farlands or bust indeed. Oink. Oh, I forgot. Now that it's a new month, I can upload the new map, the overviewer map, to the website. Because I was waiting. It was not to go over my data cap with Comcast. I completely forgot about that. And I guarantee you, by the end of this session, I will have forgotten about it again. And it will be another week or so before I do that. Indeed. Perhaps even a month. It's possible. How close are you? The question isn't how close. It's how far. I don't know. We don't press F3. The last time we did was last July. And if somebody would with who's a sub do a F3 in chat, and that's the latest number. There it is. Thank you. 9,864,000 and then some. Farlands are at 12.5-ish million. We're probably over 10 million now. I think it's more or less guaranteed that we are. Juno, stop looking. Bye-bye. You dang stink dog. What are you gonna do when you make it? Go crazy? Don't mind if I do. We left off, or we just started this session. Segment. We've been calling them segments, sessions. Starts with an S. At 75,172.66 megabytes on the world save size. Turn 90 degrees and walk to the corner. Allegedly, according to our resident scientists, we should walk a little bit into the Farlands, because there will be another spawn chunk loaded, maybe, perhaps. See what that looks like. But that's getting very, very well ahead of ourselves. Only three hours into the Farlands. Although who knows how much progress like how much, like the speed at which we can travel in the far lands. It might be longer than that. It's too bad that nobody else has ever gotten there or attempted such things as these. Probably. I honestly don't know any way to find out. The entities of entities, eidolons. Eidolons.
Have you got any grease?
Yes, yes we do.
Then grease me up, woman!
Okie
Right on
dokie.
time. I got greased up with tea. Hoshi Karoshi, thank you for 34 months in the subtub. Subtub! Oh, I just got turned around. There we go. Thank you. What was I saying? Where was I going? What was I doing? I think didn't I not end the last stream, or Farland stream anyway, like saying give me questions? And then like everybody had too many, well, at least one person had too many questions that I'm like, well, it's too late now, you dingus. Everybody's a dingus, by the way. You do much sim racing anymore? I do not. Would you like to buy my racing wheel? $300. No, I just, I don't, there's not that very many options for that. Unless you're into iRacing. That's really a limit, I feel. Sick mountain, bro. Yeah, that is pretty ginormous. I can't even get it all on the screen. What is it? I don't know what it is. Isn't it? It's probably on my website. It's probably a Logitech. Is it a G25? It's an old one. G27. Okay, it's the G27. Oh. Hello. Skate on by here. Hold on. I mean, that is kind of a weird... I'm curious if that's not a chunk. I don't think it is. No, it ain't. Watch my back. See if that creeper's on me. Well, the one... When I first started playing F1 with Beef, I had a Logitech Formula Force, which was this chintzy $30 plastic racing wheel. which had only like 200 degrees of rotation left and right. Yeah, it was very plasticky. Then I upgraded to the G27, which for the longest time was like the top, because it had the H shifter and the clutch and everything. That was like the top dog. But then, dang it! But then Logitech came out with other ones that are more expensive but worse. Oh no! Oh no! No! Okay. Alright. So, what's wrong here? Am I too close to this tree? I might be too close to this ground. Let's light it up. Alright. Let's try again. Aha, that was it. Well, one of those was it. We'll never know what thing it was that was causing that. But yeah, I think I was like too close to this hill. Beam? BeamNG.drive? Whoa. I mean, Cone has like a fancy one now, doesn't he? Like one of those modular ones. A thrust master? A master of thrust? Yeah, it's just a pain in the... I did for a while, like, have, like, a fourth monitor that was set up with my steering wheel so that I could just go to it, but it's just, it is a kind of a pain in the ass if I wanted to, like, play a racing game to, like, get out the steering wheel, clamp it all down, plug in, like, the 8 plugs that you need to plug in, reset your drivers, because... it doesn't understand the game drivers. Careful, Wolfie! Come on. How often, Subathon? Well, normally we would probably be doing one right about now. He says, as if it's been like we've done it more than twice for like the past 2 years. But I happen to have gotten a part-time job. I'm still, like, feeling out the schedule and my streaming for that, so I think it would be a bit disingenuine to start a subathon and then be like, I'm gonna be gone during the week, only on the weekends, you know, or something like that. That doesn't feel like it would have quite the same impact. Whoa. Well, this just gives us a chance to get even closer to the farlands. What sort of a job? A part-time one. It's with plants, like a plant place. Science. They're doing studies on trees and plants and stuff. and so I'm helping as labor. I'm laboring. I'm in labor. An odd job, full of odd jobs. Like they are like we're having to take measurements on the soil and like how much water the soil can take and how fast. So that's what I've been doing. Kind of interesting, setting up where to take samples. Spooky noises, and like we gathered some samples of the dirt, the soil, excuse me, when it was wet, measured it, like weighed it, and then put it in an oven for 2 days to completely dry it out, and then weighed it again, and then from that they can determine how much water the soil can hold. Like that's neat. And then there's also the part about that's like digging holes. Digging 510 holes. Tamping pots into the ground. Yesterday we planted some trees, some small sapling trees. But then I also have some special skills because I'm a special boy, and like they don't right now have anybody to take care of their trucks and their fleet of vehicles, so I like changed the oil on one, and another one needed a starter and a battery, so I did that. Not actually making mechanics wages, but something I'm decently okay at, and they need somebody to do, so I help. Some of it's been backbreaking, like coming up it's going to be a lot of weeding. Picking up weeds. Like another thing was the girlfriend was... She works there. And she was pruning trees, so I walked around and picked up all the branches that she was pruning off. And put them in the back of the truck. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to get these pigs. So just walking up and down rows of trees, bending over. You must have the ability to lift 60 pounds. Or something like that. 40 pounds? I don't know what it was. Weeds. Why don't you do proper YouTube anymore? Because it's not... I would have needed a full-time job if I was concentrating on YouTube. It doesn't pay. It doesn't pay, and it also doesn't view. Like, there's also no, like... tangible feedback and audience there. Certainly not how it once was. The Happening Place is on Twitch until they get done completely destroying it, which they seem to be in pretty good progress of. Bloink. Ooh, buddy. Oh, careful. Careful. Uh-oh. Ah. We did it. Poor wolf was supposed to spawn in front of me. Bloop. You're a goof. Speedrun strats. My tea. Indeed. A lot of squids today, I'm noticing. That's like the third bunch I've noticed, is I normally don't pay attention to them. And not a snowball in sight. Yes, the science experiment that shall remain untested. My email said Kurt's going to start walking to the farlands. No, it said the title says I'm the first person to start walking to the farlands. Granted, that started 14 years ago, but it still rings true. And then the other alert says, and I'll be the last one to reach it. Other people have, allegedly, I've not seen the footage, have walked to the farlands. Yes, I'm afraid to burst the bubble. But not until, like, 2020 is another thing to point out. So, still at least 9 years after I started, did somebody come up with the idea to try also. Right, but like I said, those were more undertaken as like a speed run. Then how they pass you? Well, they walked like every day for like 6 hours a day. And like got there in 9 months. And true, they didn't... I don't even know how much commentary they provided. Certainly didn't have a dog with them. Didn't stop to build monuments or dig holes. Or move across the country twice. Didn't even mail any postcards. Didn't have to invoke any hidey-hole paradoxes. And that's fine. That's fine. More power to them. It's a different walks for different Ewoks. Falks? Preparing to move locally. Any moving tips you've gained from your past moves? Not really. I mean, I guess I moved kind of quasi-locally when moving in here with the girlfriend. Yeah, getting rid of a lot of stuff helps. Have helpers both at the packing side and the unpacking side. Make sure you lift with your back in a jerking, twisting motion. Yeah, moving is a drag, isn't it? I say we go around. Yeah, that does look like a cliff on the other side. Good call, Kurt. Thanks, Kurt. Whoa. Was I right about that, or was I right about that? You know what this needs? An upside dangle house. Oh. Wrong, yep. And like that's the other thing, we really haven't wanted to do any more like upgrades to this house. We're not sure it's worth it. Depending on how long we stay here, which we don't want to too much. But then things like the oven keep breaking. And it's like, well, should we just get a better oven? And then at that rate, why don't we just do the kitchen in a way that's not what it currently is? Did you fix the oven? No. Ah, Wolfie. No, but I did order the part that I need. Again. I was like, hello, it's me again. Remember? 2 years ago? Less than 2 years ago, when I had to order this part because your oven stinks. The oven which we bought 2 years prior to that. It seems like every 2 years, this bottom burner burns out. He's like, well, it's a 1-year warranty. I'm like, thanks. And he was about to, I don't know, this support person through email was like, well, give us your zip code and you'll have to find a verified repair person. Let us know what the problem is. I'm like, I know what the problem is. We've already been through this before. I just need this part number. And please mail it here. So $60 later, it's on its way. Oh. And in 2 years, it'll break again. If we don't completely replace the oven. And a kitchen. Oh no, yeah. Oh, that's I gotta make bread, so I had to bust out the bread maker. That's $250 a month. See, you're not counting the initial $700 that the oven cost. Go with gas next time? No. We already talked about this. Not only is gas bad, but our house isn't connected to it. I mean, that's what I was wondering. When this first happened, I was like, yeah, we could just get an oven with an induction top. Oh, I'd rather have another car for that price. I don't know why they're so expensive. It's just magnets. It's just magnets.com.
What a day!
Yo ho ho.
Yo ho ho. It's a sailor's life. Whoa, huh? Crawljack. Welcome back. 2 months in the subtub. Oh, I don't know why it didn't... Well, I guess it's because it's a Prime sub. I'm always looking forward to the 2 months alert. My fridge has my email. I don't want anyone emailing me. Appliance or human. Where would you want to move to? I saw earlier. We don't know. We're not sure. I mean, that's something we tried to talk about earlier or later, whatever, last week. But it's hard to know. Where work or anything will take us. I mean, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how things are going to be. But I mean, it's possible we don't make a big move. Like if we determine to stay in Washington State longer, we might just move to a different part. Not particularly 100% fond of the neighborhood we're in right now. So yeah, that's a tough question to answer. But then, like, the girlfriend, his family, like, out east. And, like, she's like, what if you... What if you lived closer to Cone? Or out in that area? Like, I don't know. That would be fine, I guess, but I have no idea. The current neighborhood is a constant source of content. True. There is that. But I don't think the benefits outweigh the cars through the fence. Wow. Well, look at how big this mountain is and how far it goes. Let's, I know I said digging through is less efficient, but this looks diggable. Can you dig it? True, housing is cheaper. Yeah, at the same time, dang it. Damn. I don't know, I've not... What am I doing? Not had to live anywhere with, like, humidity. Or mosquitoes in a long time. Two of them. Nope. I don't know. Wolfie, stop pushing me. I'll get that. We'll get there when we get there. Oh, I gotta go up a little bit. Like a glove. I mean, I don't even know about New England. Neither of us have ever been to New England. I fell in a hole. But more like southeast. Like the North Carolina, Kentucky-ish area. The Virginias. Then again, there's also the North, the Great Lakes area where my family is. How did I get so far off the X mark here? Yeah, and that all depends on, like, Georbs. On our own financial situation. And then do we sell this place? Or do we keep it and move and rent it? Is that even a good idea anymore? I don't know. We don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. Light's leaving. Do not rent your property to strangers. But I was that stranger. Multiple times. I just wonder if it's, like, worth it. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's an investment, but, like, would it be better just to sell the house and take the earnings and, like, actually invest the earnings? You know what I mean? Or the money. Not right now, friends. Not right now. Right now would be a bad time to be investing anything. I mean, yeah, if we did rent, we wouldn't, like, if we wanted to leave the state, we would, like, have a property management company. I don't know, they take 10% or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit more skeptical about, like, property values always go up. Like, I don't know, do they though? Like, in the current everything, in the fourth major financial crisis in the last 10 years. Is anything a certainty?
What are you sitting in there for? So it shouldn't be a total loss. I'm taking a bet. A bet? Yeah. Move over. Yeah. And I'll take a bet.
We can all take a bet. John Lego, thank you for the 5 sub bath bomb. In the sub tub, much appreciated. Taking the top spot on the leaderboard for April. It's a heated race between two. It's the real grill master. We're thinking of grilling today after this. Sun's out. But also, I haven't checked the status of the grill after winter. So I don't know what sort of science experiments are going on inside the grill where that might make any sense. More boats. Nope. Don't you clack your tongs around me. Woof. Ooh. Massachusetts. What is it, like 10 p.m. there now? As well live on a different planet. Done winter. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I did grill something not too long ago. Like, it's still been months, let's be honest. It's been months and months. Ah, my ears. We have to wear, like, hearing protection when we're doing the clang, clang, clang on the trolley. You know, that thing to smash pots into the ground. And they don't fit very well over my big, gigantic noggin. My ears are like, enough with the stuff pressing it up against my head. No, my ears aren't ringing. My ears are just in pain. Uncomfortable on the outsides of them. I got the girlfriend those one Christmas, the loop plugs for, like, school. She finds noises too noisy. Find a good set to put on throw. The problem is that the like the safety earmuffs, like, they're not disposable, but they, you know, they're cheap. they're not, they take the noise canceling safety aspect a lot more serious than the comfort aspect. And also it's a business expense. Like, I'm using the ones that my work has. Yeah, they're not going to spend $100 for a pair of head muffs. Head muffs? Ear muffs? We also have earplugs, but those are kind of a pain in the butt when you gotta, like, take them out and put them in to, like, hear what people are saying. Basically, what I'm saying is that I cannot be pleased. But I think we're mostly, at least in that regard, we're done getting all the pots on the ground and using a stake driver or whatever they're called. Was that side sleeping also? Oh, I need trees. Oh, what am I making beds for? I can't even make the amount of boats I want. If they're a pain in the butt, you're using them wrong. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.
Clowns are funny.
Alright, here's the part where I say if you have any questions, ask them now. As we're in the last day. Mid-morning. Of this Farlands or Bust segment. Hi before work. Hi. You have a lovely day, I say. Oh. I like how that cloud is like fitting right over that mountain like a puzzle piece. And did you know there's a piece of the Wright brothers' first plane on Mars? Yeah, with the helicopter, right? I was aware of that, yes. Wait. Oh, I had more treats than that. And the previous rover. Wait, which one? I can't remember which. The previous rover had like a piece of the World Trade Center on it or something like that. They're always kind of adding weird, not weird, but memorial-ish sort of little artifacts. Juno, not the dog, but the spacecraft, has like a gold Or maybe it's like a different metal. Lego figurine of two people. I think Galileo and somebody else. Like the little Lego figurines. I think there's two of them. One of them's Galileo and another one is I can't remember who the other one was. You'll have to Google that. Or at least I think it's Juno. I'm pretty sure it is. I also might be thinking of New Horizons. I think New Horizons has some of Clyde Tombaugh's ashes. He's the one who discovered Pluto. I think. These are all just memories off the top of my head. I also don't think that's how you pronounce his name. But, yeah, that sort of stuff. Juno with 3 figures. Oh, man, there's 2 I didn't even know about. Galileo. Oh, and the Roman god Jupiter and his wife Juno. Oh, I thought it'd be of, like, real people. But I guess they took some liberties with what the Roman god Jupiter and Juno looked like in Lego form. Fun space trivia. Yeah, that happens a lot when people ask what Juno's name is, and I'm like, Juno, and they're like, oh, like Alaska, and I'm like, sure, whatever. If you say so, person I'm never going to speak to again, who I ran into on a walk. I don't want to sit there and explain Juno, the Roman goddess, and the spacecraft around Jupiter. I ain't got no time for that.
What a day.
Flobathon 2025 when eyes.
When eyes? Where are my eyes? When I get new eyes. 4 months in the subtub, thank you very much. Celestial Gaze. Subtub. Blowy noises. We don't know. I just mentioned that, and then we went on a whole tangent about my job again. My part-time job. It might, I don't know, it might have to be where it's like, okay, it's Flobathon, but only on the weekends or something like that. It's just, it's not easy being cheesy. I mean, I was just thinking about today. I get off at like 2, but I don't get home till like, generously, like 2:30 or something. I gotta eat lunch. I walk Juno. I'm not walking Juno until like 3:30. I get home at like 4:30. And if I don't got anything else to do, I could maybe stream at 5, but more like today, it was like 5:30. Wolfie. 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 Wolfie? What are you doing? Oi. How's Juno doing these days with the paws? With the paws? I mean, her paws, she's still licking her paws. She's just being a slow walker. We've had to, at least this past night, that's a lot of lava. We had to crater at night because she had an accident the other morning. Even though I'm waking up a lot earlier. I mean, she still gets excited and still likes to go on walkies and treats and dinner at night, and she snuggles with us on the couch, so she's still a dog, just an old one. I mean, that's another thing we're thinking about, like, oh, what are we gonna do? Do we want to, like, what do we want to do? Do we want to move? Oh, that's not right. Like, should we, I don't know if we want to do any of those big plans. Considering Juno. And eventually the cats are starting to, are past middle age. Beepers and Niblet. Anyway, speaking of middle-aged, this guy is gonna sleep in the bed and back up the world. Oh,
I'm sorry,
wait.
Blade, I was watching the first Enterprise on the holodeck. You know, Archer and those guys. What a story. Those guys had a long road getting from there to here.
It's been a long road.
Big plans, 110 big plans.
Getting from there to here.
Doc Gratis, 110 months in the subtub. Thank you very much. Speaking of middle-aged. Let's actually go to sleep and back up the world. $75,243.23 megabytes. Crew, whoa, huh?